So let's just tag more people in the comment section. Let's tag Thanos. Today we are honored to have Thanos in our midst. Thanos is an OG since back in 2021. Yeah, so he'll be joining us. And that guy is raw and blunt. So some of you will be hearing him speak on space for the first time. So just position your mind, the bitter truth, the funny reality, and everything. He'll be spitting everything out. For the meantime, you know the culture. This is an open mic session, right? Yeah, everybody has something that we believe we can learn from. So we are not restricting anybody from requesting for the mic to come up, again, regardless of your followers count or anything. But still, in the spirit of, I would do like to recognize the presence of Fortune. Normally, Fortune is in the building. He's our speaker. He's going to be my co-host for today. And we also have CNC Dao. And we have Nano in the building. Normally. So yeah, we have Solomon, the founder of Freelance Dao as well. Yes, we also have eminent guy. It's been a while since we have you on space. Good to have you back with us. We miss and value your contributions. So hopefully, if you are free today, I would like to have you up on space. We have Web3 Lord. Yeah, I guess this is where we are going to put a hold to that. Please and please, I see each and every one of you. I might not call you one after the other by your name, but believe me, you appreciate your presence on this space today. So, guys, you know the culture, and we need a DJ to give us cool vibes as we wait for others to start. Exactly 11:10, so 5 minutes from now we'll be starting, and yeah, hopefully we'll have our speaker join us. So, as we wait, Fortune or now music, and let's get to tag more people. Let's get more people to join before we start in the next 4 minutes. So let's go. Fortune, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear
Yeah,
you.
good. Can you give us some cool jams, cool song? Can you do that for us?
Yeah, just in a bit.
No, no, Jim, no, how you doing? Yo, Jim, chief. Yeah, my lord, it's good to have you with us. So, guys, as we wait, let's tag more people as we wait. Fortune, we wait on you. Oh, Fortune, we wait on you. Don't keep us waiting for so long. Fortune, we wait on you. So, guys, let's tag more people. Let's go. Like I say, you know the energy now. The mic now. I'm sending you the mic. I really want to hear your voice. Like I said, please, guys, know it's an open space. So let's get more people to join. Please, if you know the handle of our speaker, Ejo, go and tag him, 8 Wonder. And I'll be sharing some things on space so I can just check it out. On the Jumbo Trump, I mean to say. Go tag 8 Wonder, let's have 8 Wonder. I just hope say Baba never still sleep, sha. So let's go tag him. Let's get more people to join in. Let's go. Omo, like this, I'm even scared because I don't even think I'm ready. I'm ready for what I'm about to hear. The sad reality, the uncharted truth. You get. So let's go. So check out the Jumbo Trump. I'm sharing some things. Let's go, guys. Let's keep it coming. Thank you. I see more people joining in. Thank you so much. The number is gradually increasing. Let's go. We have 2 more minutes to go. Fortune, oh, Fortune, where are you? Let's go, guys. Let's tag more people. Thank you for tagging. I see you all in the comment section. The Piin Army much for tagging. Yeah.
Make I love you, pass my mama. I give you everything, my woman. She said my love is focus, and my love is subject. Make I love you, put us. Make it up in my daylight.
Yes, thank you so much for that entertaining music. Thank you so much, Fortune. So, like I said, we are going to strictly work with time. I believe Thanos will join us as we proceed for today. So it is introduction time, guys. Passing the mic to Nano Conflex. GM, Nano, how you doing? How has been your week?
GM, I've been doing okay. My week was event filled, rainy season, so network issues. That was the highlight of my week. Happy to be here. GM to the speakers, GM to the listeners.
GM, thank you for that. Thank you for always making yourself available. The community appreciates your contribution, your efforts. To be honest, it's actually a great one. Yeah. So network issues basically like everybody wahala, but last everybody go buy Starlink, everybody go rest. So thank you for that. Fortune, how you doing? GM, how has been your week?
Yeah, GM everyone, GM Crypto Nature, GM Nano, Solomon, GM to the Pine community, our listeners. Yeah, my week has been really great. Been really great, really great, really great. So yeah, that's it for me.
Sharp. I love the fact that everybody is having a great week. It looks like you don't have issue with MTN and Airtel, but that's good as well. So as BU will say, moving on, we are moving on to the next speaker on the roll. We have Solomon Tese, GM.
Yeah, GM, Crypto Nature, GM everyone, GM Nano, GM Fortune, GM the Piin community, and everyone on the space. My name is Solomon This is David. I'm the founder of Freelance DAO, and it's yet a great time today again to be here to learn, to contribute, and also thank you so much for having me.
Thank you so much. So guys, are you ready now? Are you ready? Let's go. So GM everybody, if you're just joining us for the first time, welcome to our weekly Friday spaces. Big shout out to our sponsors, the Piin community, a token that is driven by the community, and the narrative was bettered as a result of the emergence of the Pi network. It has been a great and amazing ride since 2024, like I said, and Pi since 2019. Let's do great things together. What your understanding is regarding the topic men mental health. Fortune, are you with us?
Well, oh, sorry, my was actually bad. Like, I just hear your voice right now. Seriously.
Yeah, okay. I say just give us a general overview of what your understanding is on the topic men mental health.
All right. Once again, GM to all the speakers, GM to the Pine community listening as well. So, regarding, let me start from, let me start with mental health in general. Mental health, it actually has to do with it has to do with how we think, you know, and it isn't just the absence of mental illness, you know. As I said before, it has to do with how we think, and how we think also affects how we feel. You understand? It affects how we feel. And how we feel also reflects our actions and how we relate with others. It also affects our mood generally, our decision makings, and even how we tend to handle stress. Now, mental health, it also includes our emotional well-being as well as our physical, or I call it psychological health. Yes. And when I say emotional well-being, it's actually how we deal with feelings like stress, joy, grief, and even sometimes anger. Why psychological health, has to do with how our individual thoughts tend to influence our overall behavior and how we interpret the world around us. So sometimes you might wake up, and you feel completely overwhelmed, before the start of the day. You get That's actually mental health. Or maybe you haven't felt joy in the things you one time used to feel joy doing. Those things you used to love doing in the past, then all of a sudden you don't feel that love or passion for doing it again. Some maybe like dancing, for those who do it, swimming, listening to music, even going out for a walk. Most times even texting. You know, that's also your mental health. Then the most common one now is feeling nervous to speak in public, and avoiding every opportunity because of what that anxiety that comes with it. That's actually mental health too. So mental health actually affects how we think, how we feel and act in everyday life. You get, and just like physical health, when our mental health suffers, everything actually suffers too. So sometimes you even get easily angered. You know, I myself am a victim of this one. You actually get easily irritated by the people you actually love speaking to. Sometimes it could even be your siblings, or let's say even your parents. There are sometimes you just get upset for no reason. There are sometimes you just get irritated or angered for no reason. Even in your daily activities and hobbies you used to find pleasure in doing, you tend to see them, you just lack interest for it. So now, speaking on men's mental health, it's a globally, men are significantly more likely to die of suicide, and over 75% of global suicide are actually men. Why? Because men are less likely to reach out for therapy. Very true. Or, sometimes even admit when they are struggling or facing any certain challenges, be it in school, at work, or any place you find ourselves. So many don't talk about what's going on inside, and there's this pressure to man up, this pressure, this be a man kind of stuff. So it keeps everything bottled up, and the expectation to be strong is actually harmful. Back to the traditional idea of masculinity, it's actually very harmful, whereby men are actually taught to rely solely on themselves, not asking for help, assistance from anyone, to the point that you can't even admit that you're struggling, even to your closest friend, not even your family, not even your close ones like your parent and stuff. So it's not just about depression or anxiety. A big part of men's mental health generally is tied to expectation. Is tied to expectation, like always having to be the provider, and acting like you've got it all together. Meanwhile, the opposite is actually the case. So as a result, some men actually go into drinking. This one case is very common. You know, most times they think that if I actually tell this my problem to someone, they won't really have solutions, or solve their problem. Then some may go into drinking because they see it drinking like going into like excessive intake of alcohol. You get even the intake of hard drugs like that, stuff like that. They now see it as an escape from whatever is bothering them at the moment, an escape from their current reality. The most funny part is, after you take all this, the impact is just for a while, just to escape the immediate reality, the immediate circumstance. the immediate challenge, you are facing, and when it's done, you still go back to do that stuff, and it just goes on and on and on and on. The depression, the anxiety, everything just keep coming back. Sorry, yeah. So now, lastly, before I give the mic back to Crypto Nature, how do you protect your mental health? Just a very simple tip. Very simple tip. Now, you can actually start by talking about your feelings. You know, don't bottle up, whether it's actually a journal, a book, or a therapist, or a trusted friend, or even family members. You can, let your emotions known to them, whatever is bothering you, you can let it known to them. Even though as men, actually, we have this culture of keeping things to ourselves. This lone wolf mentality. And actually, there's no badge of honor for keeping silent. There's no badge of honor for it. So you can also take breaks when necessary, even at work, whenever you feel it's necessary to take break, which is very compulsory, to help you relax. You can also take walk outside. It also helps to reset your brain and can actually change the overall way you are thinking. Then lastly, you also have to nourish your body, because your body actually fuels your mind, ranging from the things you eat, how you feel, the way you sleep, your sleeping pattern. Yeah, let me put it that way. Your sleeping pattern and how you often move your body, like exercises, for those of us that do work out. So all this actually influence how you think and how you feel, because mental health and physical health they go hand in hand. They go hand in hand. So that's just it from my end.
Thank you so much for that contribution. Just to thank you so much for tune. I also am not going to rock. So yeah, this is a disclaimer, please. From this point, the space is going to get a little bit emotional, looking at the kind of questions we have on ground. So if you want to cry, just feel free to use the crying emoji. If you want to laugh, feel free to use the laughing emoji. But yeah, let's go. So Nano, passing the mic to you. Let's hear your own thoughts, just briefly, uh, on the topic. Yeah, you have the mic, Nano.
Thank you so much. Um, I think Fortune has done very much justice to the topic, but then, as always, I have quotes to drop. I've seen the post before where they said, when you get to a certain age, you understand why your dad sits outside alone every evening. That's one. And two, another quote says, women will never understand how much relief men have when they go to the barbing salon, because that's the only place where you can openly, somehow, laughing and all, say what's bothering you or what's on your mind. Yeah, and we're in a society where it has been painted that men are some form of robots, kind of. They have emotions, but then we are timed. If this your emotion, you are not able to settle it between so and so time, there's going to be trouble in the house. That's for those who are married. So the society doesn't really give men a lot of space to feel, what's the word now, to feel babied. Yes, every other person is babied except you, except the male. So mental health, right from when you were 18, or let's start from when you were born. You were born without your permission, firstly. Then you found yourself existing on earth, and now you are trying to get a hold of, okay, you guys brought me in here without my notice. All right, let me get the hang of it. And then you are a guy at 18, you are still trying to get the hang of it, and somebody is telling you, bam, you are already 18, you're an adult, you're a provider. It is so much pressure, so much pressure, because you have not understood what you came here to do. You've not understood your footing, and they are telling you, sharp, you're a provider, you're a protector, you are a giver, you are the support. Because funny enough, you say women are to support you. You are the one supporting the women, the ladies, the females. So men have been wired that way for a very, very long time. And then there's this misconception that makes us to feel like bottling up is one kind of superpower. You just keep taking hits and hits after hits, and you just lock up, or you turn to one hobby or the other. Like Fortune said, like drinking and all that. Those things are like quick fix. Yes, take your mind off it. I think that's why if you go to beer parlors, you go to bars, it's guys you are seeing there. They are all just trying to escape the same reality, because honestly, we have nobody to talk to. Your father you could talk to. Your father is passing through the same thing as you are mentally. Fortune said going to therapy. Now the thing, if a man should go to therapy, he's actually the one going to pay for the therapy. Yeah, and men are wired with this mentality of, instead of me to waste my time, this time will let me make more money. This time will allow me make more of this. This time will allow me get this, get that. So we just sideline those kind of stuff. And coming also to the health wise, physical health also. Yeah, you see that when males get older, they actually start dropping a lot of things. You talked about workout. There are people who were working out when they were like in their early 20s, late 20s, but as soon as they hit 30 and all that, they had to drop those things, because even though it was a quick fix or an escape from reality, you are a man. Why would you spend an hour in the gym when you have a family you need to provide for? Those kind of mentality. So it's, should I say, is the society lashing out at men, and now also telling men to speak up? Like, you are beating me and you're telling me to speak. I should not cry. That men don't cry. But then when I'm crying inward, you are telling me to speak out. So it's like a roller coaster. We're just going front and back, up and down on this whole mental health thing, because it's the same people who are saying your mental health matters. These are the same people that 365 days in a year will only get 1 day to appreciate fathers, right? But then you're telling them their mental health matters, but then almost every Sunday is a Mother's Day. I'm not saying mothers are not trying, but then look at the bias. When last when last did we celebrate the Mother's Day here? I think 2 Sundays ago. I still don't know the official date for Father's Day. We don't, because even that day, you hardly see people post about it or talk about it. I was shocked when I found out June is Men's Mental Health Month. We have a month to ourselves. But then in the mental health month, is there any change in the family setting that, okay, yeah, it's your mental health month, babe, sit, let's talk? There isn't really, so it's just like a name given to the month, but then the function is not there. That's just my take, sir. I hope as the space goes on, we'll get deeper and I can contribute more.
I can't even say, but you did justice to that. You did justice to that. Let me add to what you said. See, to be honest in life, it's just like men have been scammed to be a man. Now, it is not God's fault, but it is based on the society we live in. You get. Now, to be honest, now I don't even know who even brought the idea that a man should not cry, a man should not speak up when he's hot. They will tell you, say it is you are a man. Now wait, let's be realistic, please. Let's try to make sense out of this whole thing. Now, let's take for instance Solomon. Yeah, I offend you so bad, like what I did to you is wrong. I know is wrong. Not only women are wired with emotion from birth, men also have emotion. But in a scenario whereby you are hurt, you are cheated or manipulated, when you want to speak out, they will tell you, say, are you not a man? How does that make sense? How does that validate the fact that I should not, you get? So a man is believed to be somebody that should swallow everything that happens to him. He should not speak out, blah blah blah. And that is very, very wrong. You get. And Nanu was saying something, especially most in an average society, right? Whereby, let's say you are coming from a family whereby you guys don't have much. At 18 myself, they even give you time. Some families, to be honest, at 15, you are expected to start bringing returns to the house as a man. You get. So imagine now going through that pressure. Some families at 15, while some at what? At 18. Now, as you grow and you age, you get things that you know you need to. But looking at the demands of life and responsibility shouldered on you, you will have to let go of one of those things. One or two of those things, like going to gym. Mind you, going to gym keeps you physically fit, keeps you mentally good, and then makes you healthy and the rest. But in a situation whereby you do not have a good financial structure, right? You don't even have that 1 hour, 2 hour to spend on yourself again. You get the point. Then you now see a man in his early 50s, you be hearing things like sugar, you be hearing things like this. How many times did you even see women being diagnosed of disease like this? Heart attack. Most women that have BP, check out, is either they're single mom or they are widows, to be honest, most women. But then let's put a hold to that. Solomon, yes, hear your own take as we start attending to the questions we have on ground. God DeFi, it's good to have you here. I see Kryptonite, I see Desmond. So Solomon, you have the mic. Share your 2 cents on the topic.
Okay, so all of you guys have really said a lot. Like you're just hitting the nail on the head, right? And then first, when I saw the topic, okay, we were looking at 1980 and then 2025. My head was like, okay, 1980, I was not born, but then I mean, looking at some of the things we have learned and all of those things, I was now trying to wrap my head around it. But then again, thank God the topic was is actually changed to the state of men's mental health, right? In Web3. Now, the question I have is that a lot of people wake up, right? I want to believe we all of us on this space. I want to believe today we have said GM to one or two persons. Now, how many of us that actually say GM, which is good money, are actually having a good money? That's number one question, right? So if you look at the whole thing, right? If you look at the whole thing, men are actually passing through a lot, but then right from time, uh, it's just we have been wired. Should I say we have been wired to be warriors, right? In a way, in such a sense that okay, we actually see like okay, there are certain things that we are not allowed to do, and then they appear to be weaknesses, right? Because I mean, now even back in the day, like during the time of our forefathers and the rest, right? Men actually have fewer options when it comes to doing stuff, and then you see that we where we hang out, that's where you see that okay, maybe it will be in the evening, like Nano said, in the evening your father will sit down outside alone, just thinking, right? And then if you look at it again, even we as children growing up, most times maybe it will be later on in our life when we start becoming men and all of that, then we begin to kind of like look at it and feel like, okay, my dad was actually doing well. He was actually trying, right? It's just like this example people do give that, okay, maybe you ask your dad for maybe for some funds for school, and then he actually, instead of giving, let's say you ask him for 10,000, instead of giving you 10,000, he actually gave you maybe 7 or 8,000, right? And then you were like, you asked for 10,000 naira, right? And then you go to your mom explaining, and then your mom be like, don't mind him, and she gives you that 2,000 naira. Whereas maybe the 10,000 naira you are asking for is kind of like what your dad has, like home and away, back and forth, right? So I mean, men, I feel like we've been wired to actually absorb the pain, to stay quiet and keep pushing and all of that. So uh, in Web3 again, if you are looking at in Web3 right now, we are actually filled with okay, yes, we have access to more knowledge, unlike compared to our great grandfathers who the only thing they know was actually maybe go to church and all of those activities, right? But right now we have a lot of apps, we have a lot of communities, a lot of DAOs out there that we connect. And I believe compared to before, right, a lot of men now go to therapy more than before, right? So right now we actually have access to, men being able to open up, right? Because I mean, look at it from this standpoint. In Web3 now, everybody is just focused, right? We are grinding. Everybody is just locked in. So whether you succeed or not, nobody really cares, because I mean, everybody is focused, grinding, trying to hit 1 or 2 points, right? So I mean, we are so busy, so focused with what we want to achieve. So nobody really cares that, okay, your mental health, you should be happy, you should smile or not, right? Because I mean, it is just the way the whole thing is, right? That okay, we just keep pushing no matter how it goes, right? Because the pressure is just there, and then it's always on. Like the grind culture is there, and we just find ourselves that okay, we actually keep pushing. In as much as we have more access to mental health, right? Through therapies, we have access to apps, and then you know mindfulness and all of that, and then community and all of that. But then still, men will always just be men, right? So that's my own take for now. Maybe when the questions start coming, we can actually contribute. So yeah.
Thank you Solomon, for that contribution. Like I say, we have more people joining. I see Luby in the building. I see MK Crips. It's good to have each and every one of you here. So as you all know, today we are discussing the state of men mental health in the Web3 space, as also discussing the value of Pi-in. So let me chip in something, right? Like I said, the community is wired to belittle a man's effort. Now, Solomon, during his presentation, gave an analogy using a father and mother family setting, right? Which he says that as a student, if you ask your father for, let's say, 10,000 naira, and your father gives you 8,000 naira, right? You'll be like, bro, I asked for 10, you're giving me 8, right? That's number one. And then we saw how someone you get to relate it with your mom, and then your mom gives you the remaining 2,000. Now, to be honest, more times what we do as children, and which is wrong, is we tend to value that 2,000 naira extra from our mom than the 8,000 from our dad. And it is wrong. That's why I tell you, like, it is a negative narrative in the society. Mind you, your mom gave you 2,000, your dad gave you 8,000. Not up to what you asked for, but in a scale of giving, he actually gave you the most, more than your mom. You get the point. And another thing is, to be honest, don't be surprised that that 2,000 that your mom gives you somehow is from the source of your father as well. Because mind you, as a family man, I'm not yet a family man, but I try to put myself in their shoe. A family man will not like to do away with all he has on one problem. He will try to split it. Yes, because if he give you that 10,000 all, the next thing your mother will come, boom, she will come the bill for money. You get the point. So that is why you see, and most of the times we children, we don't go understand. We just feel like, say, this man too. Bro, before I used to, should I say, being judgmental on my dad. Not until I start staying alone. Bro, until I start staying alone. You realize that, okay, now you are alone. NEPA bill, your water, your soap, your clothing, your barbing, literally everything from A to Z. You get the point. But when you are staying with your father, all these things you are not doing it. He's the one doing it. But on 1 or 2 cases where he will ask you to compromise on this in order to get this, you will see it as if, no, why now? It's not worth it and the rest. So, like I said, and another thing is, we in the society, let's learn to appreciate men. Most of the times, the effort of a man is not seen until when the man is late. That is very, very wrong. That is very, 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 very wrong. And another thing to say, I will chip in and then allow, I think, now to contribute on that is, what did you think is the role of an African mom in order to change this narrative? Because me personally, I feel that most African women actually contribute to this thing we are facing, in the sense that most women try to make their kids or their children belittle the effort of their father or make them see as if their father is not doing enough, regardless of the sacrifice. Now, like I said, if you are to look at it carefully. In your life, if you become somebody good, if you have a reasonable and supporting father, you will realize that the commitment and impact of your father is nearly 70 to 80% of who you are today. You get? But now, if you look at it from the way the community is presenting it, it now looks as if the mothers are the one. And fathers in this scenario, they don't want to actually amplify their own effort somehow. Then now people, they will say that, okay, now let's say if his child becomes good or kiniko, they say he has a good mother, blah 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 blah, home training, gini, 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 gini. But if you still check it, most single mom, they end up training, or should I say bringing up the worst set of children in the society, using that as a case study. So you now see that, on, or to be realistic, the impact of a man to grooming a successful and well-mannered child is very, very high compared to the way the society are putting it to be. You get? But now let's come back to the question. I guess this is where I'll drop the mic. So Nano, what did you think? What did you think, or should I say, how do you think African women, or should I say African mothers now, yeah, will actually change the narrative by contributing to, help amplify the efforts of fathers in the society, beyond just making them feel as if, okay, they are not trying, they should not speak up, and all other things like that. What do you think African mothers can do better in order to actually make people see the genuine impact of men in the society, most especially in the life of their kids? So now you have the mic.
Oh boy, this one is a deep one.
So
This one
sorry,
is
so sorry.
oh, no problem, chief. So this one is a very deep one. But then I'll just state one thing. You see this, I know almost every household hears this reply. When the child walks in and is like, this child should bring 5,000 naira to school. And the response from the mom is, go and meet your father. You see that thing? That's it. That's a setup, a very big setup. You set up your husband all the way around. Let's assume this man has already told you that, see how much I'm spending this week, or this is my spend limit, or this one that, and he has given you. Let's assume he has given you something from the home. In my house, for example, if my father gives my mother money for the home, money for the home is in two ways. There's the one for you to cook and get all those detergent and whatever. Then there's the extra one. The extra one is from there you will make your hair as his wife, right? Then anything left is like miscellaneous, and for you to do your ajo or whatever. For those who don't know what ajo is, your savings. So imagine now this man has given you something like that, then told you, this one why don't give you so nothing next week, or nothing they hand, I guess something why they do. And then your child comes in and it's like, I need 2,000 naira, and you say, like, it's like a default response in Nigerian homes. Go and tell your father. You set that man up completely, because when the child goes to meet him and daddy, this should bring 2K, he's obviously either going to not respond to that one, or as always, the fathers that try, like, I really really commend fathers that do that. They are way above the spend limit, but then to still squeeze 1,000 and give you. Yes, now he gives you 1,000. You won't feel the relevance of that 1,000 because you were not there when they had that in-house meeting, the husband and wife meeting, where he opened up and this. You were not there, so you don't really know how hard it was for him to squeeze out that 1,000 and give to you. But the person who knew how hard it was set him up by saying, "What, go and meet your father." So if there's a way that African women, African mothers can stop that setup, go and meet your father. Hey, tell the kid, okay, when do you need it? Thursday. Uh, I will talk to your father. That's a whole different approach. I will talk to your father is different. So if you go talk to the man, or you don't even talk to him because you know the situation at home, and then you give this child 2,000 later, the child isn't going to know, okay, it's mommy that gave me or it's daddy that gave me. All he knows is that his needs have been what provided for. Simple and short, he's going to go home happy. So that's automatic response. Go and meet your father. If they can stop that, that's like one way of killing this whole bad how do I put it now, this whole bad perception of fathers. That's my take, sir.
Thank you so much, Nano, for that contribution. Omo, I guess you don't talk everything within my mind. So, guys, like I said, this is a Nigerian space. So let's feel free. You must not come and be speaking lingua. Feel free to use pidgin. Feel free to use any language you can, provided we can hear and then translate to the glory of God. So, Luby, it's good to have you with us. I guess you know the topic. I would like to still ask this question. I'll still like ask this question. Still like ask this question. MK, I will let you speak after this. So now, this is more like I'll ask the question after this contribution. You see this whole approach of single effort in a family to raise a child being amplified is wrong. Now, this is just English. So this is what I mean is, see the African family, the setting, everybody want in pikin to know say if I buy you bag, e wan know, you want make the pikin know say na me do am, and e no good like that. You get the point. Now you see all those that okay, when you go to the altar, two shall become one. Women, they only use that one in cases where the thing will favor them, but in the real place where they supposed use them, they no go see am like that. If, let's say now, we are not generalizing it, but majority of the women, some do that, some don't do that. Now, if your mama pay your school fees, she go make you know say this school fees, so now she pay am. When they make you feel like say as she pay this school fees like this, she don't do a lot. Meanwhile, now your papa been dey pay am all this while. Maybe na just one time when she pay am, she go amplify her own, may just dey. She go look for shillas, they go shilla am well. You go dey your mind say, hey, my mama pay my school fees. You get the point, and that is wrong. That is wrong. And I can tell you most of the times, men do things for their children, right? They don't, should I say, rub it in the face of their child that I am the one that do it, or your mother is not contributing. I have seen family settings that 99% of what that child is doing or what that child needs is being provided for by the father through the mother. But when the mother is presenting it, it looks as if now she they use her money buy am, and that is wrong. That is wrong. So now the pikin will come grow up with this mentality that my father get money, but they do for me anything. And if you check again, the mother might not be working. But as a small pikin wey im be, no go reason say how should they get the money. You get the point. You get the point. And one thing with a young man is if a child has this narrative from childhood, there is nothing you can do to change it. You get, it will stick with him. That is why you see most children grow up hating their father for no just reason. For no just reason at all. So I feel it is important that you see this thing that they say two shall become one. Collectively, be it financially or anything, amplify that we as your parents will do this. It is from the both of us, even if you are the only one that do it. You get the point. You get the point. Because, bro, that is why you check out. There are more widows than there are widowers. You get, there are more widows because more things they choke for my head. Pressure tiwa, as a Yoruba man will say it. So Luby, you have the mic. GM, share your thought on the topic and let's go down to some of the questions we have. After you, then we have MK Clips. If you are free, just give me a thumbs up. Let's know you are here, then you can speak.
Yo, what's up, GM Crypto Nature, what's happening? Shout out to you, Fortune, all the amazing speakers and all the amazing listeners we have in the house. Yeah, wonderful morning, almost noon over here. Yeah, wherever you guys are, I believe. Shout out to everybody on the space, man. The state of men mental health in Web3, man. This is a crazy topic because after all, we are in June, and they say they dedicated June to us, the men, to actually deal with our mental health. But at the end of the day, you still find your mentals messing up with you big time. I thought we were supposed to all just rest and relax and be baby boys because because it's our mental month. But yeah, you guys know this. The grind never stops. Like the way Crypto Nature said, he said, "More if you rest, bills they choke and everything." And yeah, Nature made one statement correctly that I will have to agree with. He said, the way a man deals, something like how I interpreted was the way a man deals with his mental health depends on how he was brought up. Actually, you understand, and I will agree with that. How you grew up will go a long way to actually help you know how to navigate your mental health. Now, talking about mental health in the Web3 space, damn, it's kind of crazy in the Web3 space because, men, I think I'm not trying to say the ladies have it easy, but the men have it coming in much more heavy on them. I will try as much as I can to not address it, this mental health issue in real life, because if we are going to talk about real life, we need to start going down to how the society have conditioned the man to be, how the family has made the man to be, etc., etc. And man, it will be a whole lot of new topic. I will have to just stay here for the whole day trying to discuss all that. But let's talk about our mental health in the Web3 space. Man, one way or the other, everybody in the Web3 space is drained mentally. I don't think anybody who actually grinds in the Web3 space, I don't think their mental health is the same way they came into the space. It can be in two ways. Either they have depreciated, they are suffering from serious mental breakdown, or they have had to man up and learn how to navigate. Like they have learned to be in another new state of mental health, be it in a good way or in a bad way. Now, how is that even possible? Because, for example, the Web3 space has a way. We all know that the fastest way to get to the mind is through the eyes or the ears, right? Now we are steady using our eyes, steady on the screen, steady on your phone screen, your PC screen, before your brain will even have to think. Now you get to see the operations going on. You kind of feel left out. Man, I've been showing up. I've not been grinding. Or am I even doing enough? Is he even showing up? Is he even? Am I even doing it right? And mind you, sometimes you are not even doing anything wrong. You are just doing it right. But at the end of the day, it's just not your time. And this kind of takes turn on our mind in the Web3 space. You see someone you knew that just came into the space yesterday, and tomorrow you see the person blowing up. You see somebody that you started with, you see the person blowing up. And then here you are, and you'll be like, man, am I doing it right? Am I even going the right way? Am I even grinding at all? Now you now put yourself that pressure that you need to make it, you need to get it right. That extra pressure that you need, you'll be like, okay, let's for example, you have left your father's, your parents' home, and then you're already staying on your own. You have bills to pay. Man, I have bills to pay, light, gas, food stuff to buy, my stomach to feed, and health to stay healthy. Mind you, if you are staying in this Web3 space and you don't stay healthy, man, it's another whole. Let's not talk about how your body will have to affect your brain, because how you take care of your body will determine how your brain will function. Now, if your body is not getting enough rest, if all your senses are not getting the desired rest, it actually messes with your health, with your brain. And if your brain is now messed up, where does it lead to? Your mental, right? Now you are not resting, you are up all night in the name of you are grinding in the Web3 space, looking for the alpha, job hunting, etc. etc. Yes, we know that the Web3 has given us that avenue to be in a decentralized space where you get to be whatever you want. But man, it's always okay, like I say, it's always okay to reset. It's always okay to press the reset button, because we are taking tolls on ourselves. I had this spiritual father in my compound. He always used to, the first thing he does every morning, if it's opportune, is to come to my door and hit my door. Like he hits my door. He knows that it's in the morning I normally sleep. So he comes to hit my door and he'll be like, yo, Luby, or my real name. He called me Chris. Yo, Chris, you You don't used to sleep in the night. You are the one disturbing the compound. Everybody will be quiet in the compound, and it's only your voice they will be hearing. I'll be like, Daddy, now we need find the money. He said, no, I'm not saying you should not find the money, but at what detriment? At the detriment of what? Your health? I know you will say, you are trying to get it right, but mind you, you might not feel the effects right now. You might feel it in the future, and I'll be like, Daddy, I'm already feeling it now. Like this is somebody, me, Luby, that if I am stressed, I get short-term memory. Like the moment I get stressed, I have short, like my memory span becomes very short. I might be holding my phone in my hand and I'll be looking for my phone the moment I become stressed. So you see the way the game of the mentals is already played on me already. So I might be holding my phone because I'm too stressed. So sometimes I'll be on a space or I'll be trying to ape into something, or I'll be trying to write something down, and then I'll realize I just forgot it. Something that was just at the tip of my brain, or on just the tip of my tongue. I'll forget it instantly. Then that will be my red alert sign. Yo, Luby, go and take a rest. Go and take a rest. But a lot of us in this space, we get those signs, we get those symptoms, and we still don't do it. There were times that no matter you do with me in this Web3 space, okay, I'm a night person already. I'm already nocturnal, right? Because of the nature of my real life job. I'm already nocturnal, and then we're actually coming to now joining. It now kind of blends in. So I basically have to. The last time I was on the space, I spoke about how I had to join my Web3 grind and my Web2 grind for it to balance for me. Now, the Web3 space is actually messing with our mentals, right? But we need to figure out how to manage it. When I first came into the Web2 space, I told you guys, I said, okay, I had to clear the Web2 side so that I'll focus on the Web3. But after Web3 dealt with me, like it dealt with me, I lost a lot of connections. No more friends. My family barely hears from me, and this is an only child. I only have step siblings who now look up to me madly. Hearing my voice used to sound like hearing the voice of an angel to them. And then I'm not calling back home again. Nowhere to be found. Whenever I call my dad, he'll be like, this one that decided to call us today, hope all is well. Imagine your family telling you that. Now, I became so focused that, yeah, I have to get it right. I disconnected from people that make me happy, people that help me navigate my stress, people that help me to actually remember that there is a life for me out there, people that help me remember that yes, I am loved and I am missed at home. And that was messing with my head because I was focused on the grind. And then the grind was not coming. The grind was not forthcoming. The money was not coming. Okay, what was I doing wrong? I was like, man, Luby, hold up. I calmed down. I first of all took a trip back home. I went and spent 1 week with my family. No Web3 whatsoever, no Twitter. The only thing I did on Twitter was to log in to tell Elon that, yo, my account is still active so that my account doesn't get taken down because I will cry. After all, this is a new account. So I had to be logging in and tell, okay, my account. That was the only thing I was doing. That 1 week that I was at home, I spent quality time with my family. Me that uninstalled WhatsApp for like 3 months, I installed it back, activated my WhatsApp, connected. Like when I posted the first status, everybody was like, "Yo, Chappie Luby, where the fuck have you been?" I was like, "Did you guys?" I was now forming right. Did you guys check for me? You did not find. Based on style, I uninstall WhatsApp when I get my number on a no call. But yo, motherfucker, like we were only connected through WhatsApp. Why the fuck do I have to owe it to them to call me in real life? You understand? But then at the same time, they noticed my absence. I now felt loved. Okay, now what I do is if I feel stressed, if I feel tired, I go to I live like throughout yesterday. I did zero Web3 throughout yesterday. I did not only three. I checked my analytics today. I saw that I only did 3 replies. One post, 3 replies. I was like, yeah, I took my time. I took my time to watch 3 new movies that I saw were trending on the internet. I took my time, watched them, bought myself some good food, eat, listen to music. I'd not even write. I'd not even talk to anybody. No space. The only people I spoke to were the people I felt like I missed. In fact, I even strolled out to go meet with my guys who were celebrating a birthday. And then this morning, I was waking up with massive productivity. Now, you people will not understand the effort of this actually taking rest, taking time to reset. When you rest and you come back into the space, your mentals are calm. That steam that was catching in your head, ego don't cool off. Ego don't cool off. Ego don't calm down for you. Then you'll be able to navigate the space better because already the space is putting a lot on you. Now, your state of mental health will determine how successful. This is the final line I'm going to leave you with. For me, it worked. My state of mental health determines how productive and how valuable I stay in the Web3 space. If I'm stressed and tired, I don't know how, I can't even sieve the noise from the main alpha. I can't even sieve the alpha from the trash. But when I'm all reset and balanced and happy upstairs, if I see alpha without doing my own research, I'll be able to tell you I will sense this is an alpha. I will sense this is a good thing for me to come. So guys, let me just tell you guys, try to reset. Like for example, today is Friday. Go touch some grass, rest, reset, even if not to go outside. Turn off that data, play that music, play that movie, watch it, talk to somebody outside Web3, connect with that person. Know that, yeah, you have somebody that can check up on you. And trust me, somehow, somewhere, you will find that mental rest that you need, and you will navigate much more better in the Web3 space. I shall hope I didn't deviate off the topic because, man, I just felt I have to come at it from my own point of view. So, yes, guys, it's a Friday. Do well to rest, but the blockchain never sleeps. Don't forget, Luby is my name.
Oh yeah, now. See. Deviate, care. You did not deviate anything. I still have a question for you, though. There is this narrative, or should I say, there is this belief in the Web3 space that if you do not grind 247, if you are taking rest, if you are doing all those things you just said, that your chances of making it is slim. Please and please. You will answer. I will give room to Nano as well to share their thought. How true is this? Because now they're making it look as if, okay, if you not stay on Twitter, I mean not grind from Discord, Twitter, Telegram, WhatsApp 247 in 30 days, you are not gonna make it. You are joking, you're not serious with your life. Can you call all these people that flash cars and do what? So you get those kind of lifestyles. Now you see somebody just wake up, just with using his good phone, snap his workspace. You see this crazy CPU with disco lights. You see this curved screen. You see this, you see that. And tell you that 24 hours of grinding non-stop makes me achieve this. Don't play with your life. Kiniko. What do you have to say about that?
Man, bro. I am not gonna lie here. Let me take us back to February. You see, throughout the month of February, I will tell you for a fact, from that first February to the last day of February, I was locked down. Like, I was locked down. There's this my brother in the space, Cayenne Max. Maybe some people will know him on this space. Me and him, we were locked down in the same room because we were after something, bro. Throughout that February, bro, I can tell you for a fact that we were locked down. We don't used to know when it's morning. Number one, our room was dark. We don't used to know when it's morning. We don't used to know when it's night. The only we bought food we kept in the house. We if we were hungry, we just go to the kitchen and eat. Right. We took our bath. Water was flowing into the house. We had everything. But throughout that month, we were not outside. Now, let me tell you, throughout that February, we did not earn even $1. Like, in fact, we not let me dollar is a little bit more expensive than naira, right? So we not earn even one naira. Let me start from there. We to complete lockdown, total shutdown, we not earn even one naira. Talk more of $1. Now, it actually came later on. Now I'm not a jobber. Like all the jobs I've worked for so far, somehow by the special grace of God, always ended up finding me. All the works I've done all the job I'm jobbing, the one I'm even doing right now, and the ones I've worked previously, by the special grace of God, they ended up finding me because at the end of the day, they saw me doing something right, or they saw my post somewhere, or somebody recommended them like, yo, reach out to Luby, he'll be able to deliver on this. Now, this is me. Earlier before now, you remember during the first speech when I came, you said this one is talking, but if you go to his speech, you see a different thing. You understand? Clipson each other, that was your statement. It was something I started to put on my page. I was like, yo, I'm not going to kill myself. That was after me coming back on this page. If you met me in my previous account, man, I am very serious. I am super serious. Focus, Web3. I die here. I no go smile. I no go do nothing. But when I came to this new account, I was like, man, I'm gonna take a chill pill, guy. Me, as for me like this, if you come to my page or my space, you'll know that This is Luby. I am not Crypto Nature. I am not Nano. I am not God DeFi. I am not Fortune. But this is Luby. I am not the best out there, but I am the only one of me. That is the mindset I came back with on this account. Now, talking about locking down 30 days, the only place you can possibly find me locking down 30 days maybe is when I'm degening because, bro, gambling. We are all gamblers in the Web3 space. We keep telling ourselves we are traders, we are this, we are that. I'm not lie. All of us are gamblers. I mean, I don't agree. I've identified. In fact, I used to have I would write degenerate, I would like gambler very big on my bio. It's just recently I removed it so that I'll have space to put in something. Now, talking about locking in 30 days, even me that is always the journey, I don't gamble 30 days in a month, bro. It's a lie. Now, like I said in my earlier statement, I said whenever I take a rest, I come back, I'm productive. Let me give an example. Throughout yesterday, I didn't do okay, it was day before yesterday I rested, sorry. Throughout day before yesterday, I didn't do anything Web3. When I came back into the space in the morning, when I picked up my phone, I saw a project on my TL. I just clicked on it. They were just going live. It's a meme coin. Normally, I will have to pick the CA, do my research, scan, check utility, check what, do the emotional conviction and things before I ape in. But that yesterday, I just picked the CA. I saw it. I was like, I like the narrative from what they just wrote in their bio and their first three posts. I just copied the CA. I pasted it in my Mistro bot. I aped into this coin at 67k market cap. Presently, that coin is sitting at 4.7 million. I haven't sold. And for some reason, if I am doing the gen, if I try my possible best, this is me. I have my strategy for winning in trading. Whichever CA I am AP in, I always take 50% profit. I come out at 50% profit. So you find me APing in 5 to 10 CAs in a day, all of me running at 50% profit. At the end of the day, one way or the other, I have gotten 5x in a day because that is my strategy. But for some reason, that yesterday, no research, no financial advice, I just aped into that token at 67k market cap. Now it's presently sitting at 47 million. I say 47, 4.7 million. This is me. What am I trying to say? I rested. And this is not the first time. This is something that has frequently happened to me. On God, me, if I rest, whenever I come back. That is why every Monday morning you find me with a new alpha. Show today is Friday. Once it's 6 p.m., my phone is going offline because I'm reporting to my Web2 life, which involves my Web2 job involves me touching grass by fire by force because I work in a club. So I have to go and touch grass. I will touch grass. Even if I don't touch the grass will touch me. So today I'm dropping my phone by 6 p.m. before you find me active in Web3 again till Monday morning. And normally, whenever that happens, I always come fresh, new. Maybe because all the alphas I have tried to cook before the weekend, you will find them they would have already done. Sometimes you just set in something in motion and wait for it to cook. But when you set it in and you keep pressing on it, sometimes it kind of it kind of gets slippery. It just be like say you the whole what is this thing they call something that the moment you press it, it leaves your hand. You can't hold water, right? But if you have a cup that you drop, you can actually come back to come and meet the water. But if you hold it in your palm, the water will go away one way or the other. So that is just an example, though. I don't know if it gives the idea. But sometimes if I come back on Monday mornings, maybe all the things I have cooked before the weekend, I'll come and find them ready for me. Now, imagine if I'm on the space, I have actually stayed locked in and missed on opportunities. Why? Because in fact, I was active on the TL, but I missed on the opportunities because I was preoccupied with other stuffs. Guys, learn to compartmentalize, like learn to rearrange, restructure. Okay, put it like this, get ready like this. It's going to come this way. Then give it time. Some alphas are not falling in place for us because we are stressing them to come in. That is facts. Some alphas will not cook for you because you are stressing it. I will always tell people this thing. Whatever you have to stress to do in this life, be it in Web3 or in Web2, whatever you have to stress to do, don't do it. If it comes easy for you, follow it. But if you have to stress it, don't do it. So about locking in 30 days, I'm on a lie. Me, I don't do them. I've tried it. It did not work. I don't know about other people. They say somebody will dance, they'll spray him money. Somebody will dance, now slap, he go chop. Me, I don't dance, now slap, I collect. Maybe somebody now might decide to lock in 30 days. Mind you, my first win, this is something now. My first win on this very account, till date, a lot of people don't know that I'm the person behind this account because my other account I was doxed because it was basically my Web 2 account that I converted to Web 3. So I tried. On this account, my first win came after 2 months. That is just an announcement. And then trust me, those 2 months I was locked in like a thief. Like bro, I see them lock me for prison. It came after 2 months. But then me, I tried it, it did not work. Another person might try, it might work. But I'll always tell you, it's good to allow things to come to you. And how do you allow things to come to you? Do your diligent research, get the knowledge, learn, unlearn, relearn, execute, then achieve. After you achieve, what do? You manage. Thank you, guys.
Sure, sure, sure. This is Ru. This is Lobby. This is Lobby. Thank you for that contribution, bro. I'm not gonna lie. You did justice to that. So Nano, I guess I will pass the mic. No, sorry. MK, your hands was up. GM, MK, how you doing? MK, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here. Jam, everyone on the space. Jam, host, co-host, the speakers, the amazing listeners. Jam, everyone. I was super hyped. I have many things to say, but I just have to keep quiet for now. I just have to keep quiet for now. But in summary, what I wanted to say is that, and I think why men are not appreciated, like the first topic that we started talking about in the family, why men were not appreciated, I think, was because people assume, or let me just say, it is like their responsibility to do all those things. So people like think like this is your responsibility to do this. So why should we applaud you because you did it? I think that was I wanted to say many things because I personally, let me just say this. I'm the child of, let me say, I'm a Christian. So I believed in many things, and especially when it comes to man. I think a man was designed from the beginning. God created everything before he created Adam. So he was given everything. He was given authority over everything. And he was given everything. So, and even after what happened after the Eve and everything, I don't want to go far, but what I just wanted to say is that men like are designed for these things. They are designed to thrive. They are designed to, let me say, face challenges. They are designed to face difficulties. But amidst everything, just like the topic said, the state of mental health, amidst everything, as a man, you deserve to create happiness for yourself. You are the one to create all the happiness. Don't mind what people are saying, everything, all the things that you're going to face. You're just designed to create happiness for yourself. That's it. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Nano. This question goes to you. They said there are so many reasons why men do commit suicide or think of committing suicide. Which one of those reasons has to do with community pressure, or should I say social pressure? So, as a man, yeah, what do you think is the best way to avoid it? Now, we have been talking about the challenges men face, the mental instability for a man, how the society do not appreciate a man's effort, and the rest. So now let's look into how to avoid it. That's number one. How to prevent it from even happening. You get. So now, as a man living in a society, I believe you have experienced one or two ways, anyhow. So, what is the best approach in order to vindicate yourself from this social pressure that mostly leads men to committing suicide or going into things that are unholy and morally not right? Things like ritually, scamming, etc. So, Nano, you have the mic.
Yo. Okay, so I'm sorry, Chinese audience, you guys may not understand this, but I'm sure. Crypto Nature, you're always on TikTok once in a while. Sure, you guys heard this sound. Daniela, this is not the plan, no. Daniela, this is not the plan, no. Because I couldn't afford it. Yes, so for us in Africa, Nigeria to be exact, pressure the I don't go like pressure the, but then the thing is, number one, mindset. Sorry, I'll quote the Bible on this. It is he that letteth that will let. So pressure dey, yes. Now you will admit say pressure dey, that pressure will do. Firstly, it has to boil down to your circle, your inner circles, your friends, right? Because I see no reason. Let's use this analogy. You are from a very, let's say, a family that is moderate and doing okay, no excesses, nothing. Now you are old enough to mingle with other people. You stumbled on Web3, for example, and let's say in Web3 you are just like a month or 2 months into Web3. You are trying to do, let's say, raiding, shilling, collect quick $10 and so on. But then you're associating with like a friend zone where, let's assume this is your friend zone. These guys are into the illegal part of making money, right? And then you guys hang out steady, like every day. You guys are hanging out every day. There is no how the pressure will not get to you. It's not even going to get to you. It's going to drown you because you are sitting in the splash zone. It's one thing for you to watch from TikTok and see doings, like, these people get doing. It's another thing for you to be there live as their friend and you are seeing these doings and you're not contributing. So it has to do with like your circle, your network. If possible, try to move with people that are like-minded in this regard when it comes to finances. Like-minded, okay, we're all working towards something. We know where we did, we know where we are coming from, and we know where we are going. Not just we know where we are coming from, we know where we are going. Yeah, this is all of us. We are building ourselves to be better. Okay, we're sharing ideas and opportunities and stuff like that. Not just people who are okay with where they are, like, okay, not just one day one, they know. Like-minded people that know or have a clear sense of where they are going, then it's going to be easier for you. Because let's assume, for example, you go to TikTok. I'm about to use another analogy. I'm sorry, Asian guys. My brother, this is a 2021 Mercedes G4. Buy now before you years old. Yeah, Sekimoto. Let's assume you saw his video, and now you're not feeling like broken, dejected. Especially when you post, this person just came and bought a full convoy, not for civil servants, and you're feeling broken at all. The people you are going to turn to, or are actually going to see that, oh, how far you're not really happy, you're not smiling, if they are of like minds and you're like, oh, I just see one motor where I like for this guy's status, they are actually going to point you in a nice direction or talk to you in a way that would not mess with what you believe, right? Let's face the hustle. No worry, we self go make as we don't start this business. So that kind of talk, you'll be lifted that okay, yeah, we are together, and they see that I'm building and they see potential in me and we know where we're going. Unlike, let's assume your friend zone is the other way around and you see this kind of thing and you're feeling down. These people are obviously going to tell you, now you know they share updates, and now you know when enter the update, see update day, come help you do this one. So yeah, the kind of people you move with goes a long way in how you respond and handle stress and pressure. Yeah. Our host, are you with us?
I think it's rogging or something.
Yes. Can you guys hear me?
Yes, yes, yes. You are very audible.
Okay, thank you. So that one is very, very common in Nigeria, social expectation and stigma, where even small girl, whenever they work, would they see person they even earn more than her because say reach the expectation where she get for her dream world. She will see get man, they call you brokey. But like I said, Nano say Now, who allow something to worry, now anything will worry. You get. But to be honest, there are some men that will actually take that to heart and they'll be like, bro, kiniko, that's that. And then we have substance abuse. So during the early stage of this conversation, people actually have forgotten the person, but he do mention taking in drugs or alcohol as an early escape. But now looking at what we have, it is also another reason why people do commit suicide on its own. So before Luby will contribute, Luby, your hand will be up small. I would like to ask Eminent, right? Eminent, if you are in a position to speak, just give us a reaction. Then where we ask you this question. Good. So do you think taking in substance will actually prevent someone from going through mental stress?
All right. GM guys, GM Crypto Nature, GM everyone. Sorry, I can't go by your names one after the other, but honestly, I've been here over an hour now, and I've learned a lot from what you guys have been saying. Kudos to you guys. Nice to have you around again today. So, taking in of substances in the situation. Okay, what did you say? Please come again, please. Let me get the question correctly.
Okay, the question is, do you think substance abuse is an alternative to actually easing mental stress for a man? Do you think like it's a good approach to go about it as a man that is mentally stressed, and then taking in hard drugs or doing alcohol is actually a good alternative to easing your mental stress? What do you think? Can you
Well,
hear me?
actually, to be honest, no. Sorry, can you hear me, please? Let me get a reaction if you can hear me.
You are very audible. I'm going.
All right, all right. Thank you. So, taking in of substances is a no-no for me because I don't do it, and I will not advise anyone to do it, honestly. Because yes, sometimes things can get so overwhelming, things can get so choked up. We won't even lie, it's a fact. But then, taking in of any substance can only suspend you from the situation, but it will not even suspend the situation from you. When you gain your sanity back, when you are back to your normal self, the situation is still there waiting for you. So, what's the point? You can actually go away from it entirely without taking any substance. Personally, my therapy is to sleep when things get so overwhelming, no matter what it is. If I can sleep at that moment, I will sleep. If I need to go somewhere to go and sleep, I will. I don't even mind going to lodge in a hotel just to sleep. I'm not going there to do anything. I just want a quiet place to go and sleep. Just like Luby said. I love what Luby said because everything I intended to say, if you notice, I just requested for the mic not quite long because I just wanted to say something probably at the end of the space because Luby have already said everything I needed to say. Bro, there's no harm in taking a break. There's no harm in taking a break. Never just stop grinding, but you can take a break. Because now the thing is, I saw a tweet somewhere. I can't remember who really made that tweet. Either it's Crypto Nature or Nano, somebody. He said, who enter Web3 this year for 2025, but think say will know they make them. Honestly, and that's the fact. Anybody who comes into Web3 in 2025 would think there's no money in this. Everything is just a scam. Everything is just cloud chasing. That's what you would think. Because, bro, this year, God, this year have really affected the mental health of guys. Like, let me not go into detail. Let me not go into detail because for a while you notice that I have not even been on this space. I miss you guys a lot, but then I just have to relegate myself back to Web 2. Yes, that's the fact. I can't even lie. I have to relegate myself back to Web 2. Let me even try making the Naira first. Let me just leave dollar first because dollar was not forthcoming. Let me go back to Naira first. So please, let me not go astray for so long. But in summary, what I'm saying is please, taking in of substances is wrong, no matter how you look at it. Honestly, if you're taking in alcohol for medical purpose, of course, doctors also prescribe alcohol for medical purpose. That is fair enough, okay, because every man need a content of alcohol in their body. But then the literal beer we take is not the alcohol they are talking about. There are other things you can get alcohol from into your system. So we don't do most of this research. That's why our knowledge is limited. So every man needs a content of alcohol in their system, yes. But then taking it in because you're having challenges, there are pressures everywhere, bro, it's wrong. It's a no-no for me, no matter how you look at it. If you like, you can uninstall your WhatsApp, just like Luby said. Just stay away from friends. You know where you get this pressure from. If you think, you will know. Personally, me, I got pressure from not from WhatsApp because I know the kind of contacts I have. I can't even uninstall WhatsApp because every status I view, I learn and obtain one or two things from the action, alphas, and all. But then you see Facebook and TikTok. Ah, God. Like, there's a lot of fake life there. Somebody who is struggling is there posting a picture, testifying nonsense just to feel. And like, when I realize people that even put me under pressure, I'm way better than them. What I have, they don't. That's when I realized that, bro, I'm not meant to be here. Let me just uninstall this app. For a while now, I've not been on Facebook. I've not been on TikTok. If you check my handle there, you see I've been offline for a while now. It's getting to 3 months now. I have not been online. It's just recently I have to just install it back because I feel my mental health is now capable of welcoming anything. I can confront anything now, and it will not get to me. That's why I just came back. So, bro, do not take alcohol, do not take drugs, do not take anything just for pressure. It will not ease your stress. Like I said earlier, it will only suspend you from the situation, but the situation will still be there waiting for you to get your senses back. So if the thing is not detrimental to you now, it will be detrimental to you in the future. Some is even, bro, I'm seeing a lot. Like a lot is going on. A lot of crazy shits on the streets, bro. You see a young man sleeping while standing. Like, what's your problem? How old are you? How old are you that you're mounting this pressure on yourself? You just feel my mates are doing better. Bro, just one, all it takes is just one big win. Just one big win, and you'll be among the best. That person you are looking up to, somebody you are looking that is doing better than you, just one big win, you have overtaken the person. So please, let's calm down a bit. At least this month of June, let's maximize it and get ourselves set for the second half of the year. Thank you.
Eh, I no fit even hold am. Like, I'm not gonna lie, bro. MEN say, bro, what is doing you? Wetin you dey pursue? My mother will say, this is Igala Ido, so I'll explain it. He say, Enwe nile wa no. That means, what did you come to this earth to pursue like this? You get? And I have this friend, Silver Spoon, he's not on this space today. If the thing done dey too much, you say, bro, nature, you call me and first of all say yes. Say, I'm too young for all this shit. You get now, not making himself feel okay. How will I put it? Because some people can easily misunderstand this. Not because he's not purpose driven, but at a point you understood the thin line between overdoing it and then being deliberate in doing it. So you get so, and most of the times people do not cannot even identify this clear line of okay, you don't overdo this thing, so just take a break, rest, then come back. You get taking a break has never been a sin. There is no way that it's been written that okay, if you take a break because you feel you are being stressed out, you are not going to make it. Abi, so it's a wrong decision and somebody that is grinding, all those rubbish that they will make you feel. It is not true. You get, quitting is bad, but taking a break and coming back is not bad. So I guess we have to understand that. So you get at the point where you know that okay, this thing, oh, okay, I can still do better, but make I just breathe first. You get, if you breathe, then you shall come back, you attack again. Now even real war where people they die, they retreat. You get, but if it is going for you and then you feel okay, you can carry on, then you carry on ahead. But if you feel okay, I need to breathe for this space, you calm down, breathe, drink water, gather energy, then master on again. You get, see, I keep telling people that if you are waiting for somebody to tell you first that okay, bro, you don't overdo this thing, calm down, then you yourself, you no love yourself. You get the point, you no love yourself. If devil can't even punish you, you are in a cycle of people that do not even like you. They will see you overdoing it, crossing that red line, and they will just dey look you until you buy. You can't know say this way they chase you. Hey Jesus, you no go even feel enjoy am. You get the point. They say chasing money in your young age is not bad, but chasing it at the detriment of the most valuable thing you have, which is your health. That means when the money can't dey, the health can't be wahala. You no go still enjoy am. Na why for straight we dey pray say God, as money be prayer point today, if money no be prayer point tomorrow, make health no be our prayer point. E get why. So you get, so once in a while try dey put yourself on a scale, dey balance am, because na you fit tell yourself the truth. You are the only person that can be blunt to yourself because na you like yourself pass. So Solomon, you have the mic to contribute. I love this space, no cap.
You have the mic, Solomon. You can speak.
Okay, yeah. I was actually speaking. I was mute up. Okay, so right, I actually wanted to contribute like what eminent guy just said right before I even as it hot before I even go to what Nano said actually like where he mentioned okay, I mean waiting you define right now. Here is how I look at it right because most of the times a lot of us young people what we are after is actually money, right? We are not really looking at okay, building something solid, right? That's the mistake we are making. We just want to make this money and then it is just money. So now the problem is that most of us are money driven, right? We don't really want to build something solid. That's one thing I looked at it. And then because I mean there are a lot of people on social media that personally I have followed and unfollowed. Now, reason being that, okay, when I follow you and then I begin to feel pressure, I begin to feel like I'm not doing enough, right? I unfollow you straight up. No two ways about it, right? There are communities that I joined, right? And then the next day I'm out because once I start seeing that okay, this whole thing is just about let's make money, let's cash out, let's do this, let's bomb, let's I move right now. There's this particular guy I actually followed. We were on his piece. I mean, what he shared it made a lot of sense to me on his piece. So I mean, I was like, this guy, he talks a lot of sense. Let me follow him. Right, I followed him, and you know, John, I was checking out his I see okay, give away this tomorrow. This is my new whip. And my guy bought this. I was in so it was just money. I was like, no, this guy is going to actually, drift me away from where I'm actually going, and then I'll lose my focus. So I actually unfollowed him. I left the community. So now our problem, if we move from okay, just trying to hustle for money to make this money, if you want to make money, then the question is okay, what particular problem are you trying to solve? Then you should look at building solid. That's one way I look at it, that I feel like we can actually use that as a medium to actually overcome pressure. Because I mean, if you are building something solid, then all this pressure of okay, you making money here and there, you need to own this, you need to own that. Look at it now, all these top G's that actually have it, that have made it, have created all of these things. If you look at it, those things that they have actually even created for us, they don't often use it the way we use it, right? So I mean, and then those that have it don't really. I was having a conversation with a friend yesterday, and over what Meta did with Scale AI, right? And I mean, we're like, okay, Meta bought Scale AI to Scale AI, right? So I was like, okay, look at this whole, looking at the whole scenario, right? We're like, okay, this guy, long term, looking at it long term, right? Sorry, I'm drifting, but then I just want to get you all in a picture of something, right? Looking at all these things in the long term, it's just like um is it Wong or somebody, yeah, the CEO of this thing, is an employee of Meta in a way, because I mean they are employing him to actually run super intelligence whatsoever. So now I looked at it that okay, people, the rich actually, they have the substance, they control stuff, but then the poor masses, we the poor people now, we want the title, right? We are okay with the title. Let them call me boss, let them call me CEO of this, let them call me that. All right, so that is what is actually pushing us, and then we can never, if money is our problem, number one, then we can never run away from pressure, right? So first off, we need to, all I'm saying is, first off, we need to shift our focus from money to actually building something solid, right? Because if you are building something solid, yes, taking a break is cool. I do that too a lot. But then if you are building something solid, there are times that you just need to lock in and make sure that these things work, right? So that's actually the what I wanted to chip in when Eminent mentioned that, because I mean, oh boy, now now who gets strength they push you. So I mean, that's actually my 2 cents to contribute to what Eminent guy said. Thank you.
Yes, that's a solid contribution. That's a solid one. Thank you for that. I guess Solomon has drawn the attention of the entire community to something else again, bringing it down to value. And then looking at it again, you will know that yes, it is true. If money is the sole aim of why you are striving, then you can never get away from pressure. Because no matter how much you think you have, there is somebody that have way more than you. You get. But now, if it is in the place of value, right? If it is in the place of value, you can find satisfaction at the level of value. Now, this satisfaction does not mean that you will stop, adding value, but now it is more relaxed, and then there is sanity to what you do. I don't know if you understand, because you cannot just go building value anyhow. Value has a pattern. There is principle. There is approaches to it. But you see, money, there are 1001 unholy, unmannered approach to money. You get the point. So now you will now see that okay, somebody might be richer than you, but since what you drive pleasure and confidence in is value, you weigh the person is not giving as much value as you are weighing, then you still have peace of mind. Regardless, he that has value, money will come to him. So it is a call that okay, all men should look beyond chasing money and then having this value centric mindset. And with time, you will find peace within yourself as you build something solid for the future. You get, as you build solid something for the future. Because if money was what was he called? Mark Zuckerberg was after, if all he cares about was money, when they started Facebook, when they started Facebook at the early stage, Facebook for not still there because they were offered to buy him out. So you now understand that it is more than money. And then looking at his family background, it's not as if he's coming from the rich of visualize the wealthiest of the wealthiest. You get the point. So I believe even when he was struggling building Meta, there were people that of his age that were living flashy life than him. But like I said, he drives that peace and pleasure. You get, not only in money, not only by what he has in his account, but by value and contribution. So you get the point. So again, that is also another way of doing away with some unnecessary pressure, to be honest. Unnecessary pressure. So Eminent guy, you have the mic.
All right. Concerning value and building something solid that Solomon and Crypto Nature just said, bro. You people have already started to drift to a topic that don't always go down well with me. Please follow me up. You know, when we talk about value, including I've had this conversation with this guy, Silver Spoon. Sadly, he's not here. There was time he said, in this space, we offer value. So you create your value, then you offer value. Forget about money. Forget about. I was like, bro, be realistic. Be realistic. Any value you offer, if you don't get, if you don't still get this money in return, it go tire you. You go tire. Let's not even no sugarcoat this thing. Because okay, you used example of Mark Zuckerberg. Okay, truly he did not sell Facebook, but today Facebook is fetching him money, right? So you need to create a value, okay, that has a potential of giving you return, either daily, weekly, or monthly, whatever. But you need to create something solid that you know you can earn from. We are still looking at the same goal, to earn a living, right? So now the thing is, um, to add a little to it, please, when you try one thing for a stipulated time and there's nothing to show for it, please learn to diversify. Don't dwell on one thing for years. Like people have already known you for this and there's no result to show. Bro, you should think, have a rethink, please. Please. That's the advice I normally give to anybody that comes my way. You can't just stay on one thing. I'm doing this. Yes, I'm known for this. People always ask, what are you known for? Because it's not all about how much you have, but what are you known for? But then, if what you are known for is fetching you money, is giving you the comfort, fine. Bro, I know of somebody, the person is on this space, but I would not like to disclose. This person have been through a lot of things. He have done different things. Not that he doesn't earn from them, but if he does not earn the required amount or what he was actually what he budgeted for it, he changed, he diversify. Coming to, I'm sorry, not everybody may be able to relate. Both pure water, carpenter, graphics design, bro. This guy has been through a lot. Now he's in Web3, okay? And I'm sure if on a long run Web3 doesn't pay him, he will diversify into something else again. But then he has been on Web3 long enough. Like Web3 has been the one thing that I know that this guy has been on it for years. Every other thing within few months or max a year, he has switched to something else. But he has been on Web3 for years. So I'm sure at least Web3 is paying him. But I'm sure along the line, he will still diversify. So what am I trying to say? It's a message. His life is a message that when you try one thing for a while, it doesn't pay you, you diversify, because no matter the value you create, no matter how you are known for something, it should be able to pay you and you should show results when you are saying, okay, this is what I do. You can you should be able to say also that this is what I earn from what I do. Okay? So that's just it, please. Diversification, that's the uh, bottom line of what I'm saying. Thank you.
Man, eminent guy, thank you for that contribution. But I believe this is what Solomon was trying to say when he was talking about value and the rest, and when I also contributed. Now, this is a scenario, and I hope it brings light to the whole issue. Now, do you know that there are some people that a fancy, let's say, a flashy lifestyle of a Yahoo boy or a criminal can never even for once put them under pressure. Am I the only person that is thinking like this? Good. So I'm not the only one. So now this is what we are saying. That is where the value comes to play. Now, to be honest, see, you cannot say you are just chasing value and then you know that this value cannot pay your bills. The value will frustrate you. It will still choke you. You get the point. It will still choke you. Now, that is, now, like I told you, if you look at the topic, we are talking about the state of mental health for men in the Web3 space. So now you see where I say, okay, use value as a yardstick of measurement is so that you can now put your mental health in check. Even in this Web3 space, there are most people that will flash, okay, they will say, okay, today they post a screenshot of, let's say, $10,000 in their wallet. To be honest, if you hear the backstory of how that money came to be in their wallet, even yourself, you go humble. And now, what did I mean is that some of them, it's not from illegal way, forget it. It's not from illegal way. Some of them, they come to this space and they do so many rubbish. Because some influencers, they get paid for a gig and they never execute it. They block the dev that pay them and they move on with the money. And they'll still come to TL, screenshot it and post it. So now, assuming, like I said, before 2024, there are a whole lot of things that I see on this space and then I consume it as something that is true and legit. But to the glory of God, how long I've been here and the level of connection I now have, granting me access to some information, when I see some things, they pressure me again. You get the point? Because like I said, if value is your yardstick of measurement, it is not everything that will drive you to pressure. Like we said, it is you trying to keep your mental health in check. But at the same time, it is not as if, okay, just chase value and then it's not paying, Kiniko, you should not diversify, stick to it and the rest. Because one thing is certain and one thing is sure is that those that offer value, money finds them. Check it out. It is a playbook that work. If you have value and you are solving a problem, money will definitely find you. But then, check it out again. Those that are value driven are not money driven. It's just like when you marry a wife and then that wife is what's it called? Is fatal. If you have anything to do with that woman, taking in is like a jara that comes with it. You get taking in is a jara that comes with it. I believe that brings did justice to that. So Solomon, your hand is up. Nano, it's good to have you back. I guess MTN don't roll you. So in the next 10 minutes, I guess we should be rounding up the space as well. So Solomon, you want to say something? I be that was it.
Yeah. I just want to say something. Like, I mean, literally, we are all saying the same thing, yeah. Even with what the eminent guy said, to diversify, right? Now, you cannot diversify when there's nothing you are offering, right? Now, like Crypto Nature said, I mean, the whole idea is that there's something you are giving out in exchange for the money, right? Now, the reason why I said it shouldn't just be about chasing money. Of course, you need the money to pay your bills, you need the money to take care of yourself. But what I'm saying is there's actually what you are doing, but then somebody outside what you are doing, right, is actually doing something, and then you feel like, okay, I need the money, and then you tend to follow them. Now, number one, at the cost of following them, number one, you lose your state of mindset, because I mean, you are under pressure. I mean, if this guy can have this car, if 17-year-old is having, you come to your timeline, you see people posting a house owner at 17, and you be like, man, I dey use my life, please. You get somebody is posting a car owner at the age of 19, you be like, Jesus, what, my life is a waste. You understand? But then if you know that, okay, this is how your life is structured, this is what you are doing, right? Then you stick to your path. And then even if you want to diversify, you diversify, not that you are diversifying under pressure. Not that you find yourself doing so many things. You are here, you are there, you are doing this, you are doing that, right? But then as you are diversifying, you are actually diversifying in a certain part, because I mean, you have your core values, you have your core ideology, and how you do things, right? It's not that okay, money is what drives you, but then you're actually building something solid, and then you want your life to take shape to some certain extent. That is why when you see some of those posts, you kind of like just screw and pass. I mean, and one good thing I love about social media is that you train your algorithm, right? The content you consume is what the algorithm keeps bringing to you. So me now, let's say back then Facebook, when I was most on Facebook, if I see content that is actually driving me towards pressure like that, I'll just click on those three dots buttons. I don't want to see this, right? I don't want to see this, any content. I don't want to see this. So I train my algorithm to actually feed me with what I want towards the direction that I'm going. So all we are saying, we are actually saying the same thing. If in as much as okay, we are actually working towards maintaining our mental health in everything we are doing. And then I mean, money is very important. If at the end of the day what you are doing is not bringing you money, and it does not even have the potential of bringing you money, then a charity organization you don't run now, right? So just like me now, right? I'm actually a sales funnel designer, and then from Web 2, I've moved into Web 3. Now, I've actually spotted a space, right? I've spotted a pothole that I want to fill, right? So now, they're blocking for now. Now, sales funnel. So I would love to have your support. You can, just follow me, and then once I kickstart the funnel sprint, you can be updated and then support me as well. So thank you so much.
So, guys, thank you so much, Solomon, for that contribution. I guess now there is light, and I love the way the conversation is going, right? And another thing I would like to, let each and every one of us currently on this page to understand is that when it comes to your mental health, you have to be deliberate about it. Yes, you have to be deliberate about it. To be honest, you see, if you are not deliberate about it, there are some things they are unhealthy, and yet you keep consuming them. You see things that has to do with algorithm, which Solomon, just talked about. I also do it personally. You get the point. I also do it. Now it takes another level of intentionality and determination for you to do that. There are people that every day Facebook keeps feeding them content that puts them under pressure, content that they don't need. It is not in line with their purpose and what they are working towards, but yet they still allow it. They still allow it. In as much as this we used to say in this place that nobody is saving you. So the same thing has to do with your mental health. You get, it will take years for the society to adjust to what we have been saying. But guess what? It will not take you years for you yourself to adjust to taking your mental health seriously and making deliberate changes. Deliberate changes in your life, your cool things you see, etc. You get the point? I really love each and every one of you that have come up here to speak and contribute. It really means a whole lot to the entire community. Like I said, this is something we do every Friday. We meet on space at exactly 11 a.m. where we come. We talk about Web 3. We talk about realistic things that happen within the Web 3 space and how we avoid them. Things that are not good for us, either as a man or as an investor or as a young guy trying to, break loose from poverty or trying to get financial stability. Yeah. And let me say this again. You see those things you talked about or we talked about, it does not only happen on Facebook. It also happens on X as well. Thank God to CTNG, this account that calls out things that are fake and the rest. This is how we were sitting and going scrolling one morning, Nico, a lady decided to post that she built house at the age of, is it 16 near Abikiniko? Not until the thing leads to things. You know, say some people they say they will like carry on personal. They have to investigate it. The house will be her own. So what am I saying? I believe there are so many people. She got over how many thousand engagements and comments. Congratulations, this one. Even this girl, this lady, Sarah Kiniko, the founder of Women in DeFi, she went and commented that that's my girl. You get the point. Some of them, some of them, they are real age. Some of them are 30 something. Some of them are 20 something. But when they buy anything, they will say, okay, I'm just 22, I'm just 23. All now farming engagement. Some of them, it's either they are your daddy's age mates, or they are your mother's age mates. You get the point. It is not, I'm not saying that it is not possible to do those things at such age, but what they are doing, they are sending a negative narrative. You get, so it's all lies, it's all driving engagement, it's all farming. So you get, so this is where you now use your common sense, as Donald J. Trump would say it. You filter it out, you know what is true, what is wrong. We have seen people post houses that is not their own, and they write Web3 deed. You get, not only for you to go and scan the picture and you see that okay, it is a property that was listed and nobody has even buy it yet. So it's just crazy. But like I said, you are the first person that will save yourself. Nobody is coming to save you. Not at all. So guys, if you are here and then you are not holding Piin, I guess you have to do your own due diligence. Check out this sticker, get it back for yourself, and mind you, always invest what you can afford to lose. The market is taking a new shape. Is taking a new shape. Do not go in with so much expectation and opium. Be realistic as to what you can afford to lose and what time frame are you willing to commit to the investment. Long term, short term, just do your thing and then get it back for yourself. It goes well, we all get happy. If it goes bad, you know that you are not going to cry too much. So I guess this is where we draw the curtain. Fortune, I'll let you give us a cool jam as we rock the space. Thank you all once again for finding out time to join us on this space. I will look forward to seeing you next week Friday with another amazing topic as we vibe and go. Fortune, you have the mic.
Yeah, me no there, friend no there, family no there. God the night day and Jesus no say no me and no me. I dey one side they pray, I dey walk, he go show. So anybody with the hand on me, come down, so we look come back. Enemies they go die, Holy Ghost fire, on them scatter. So many people they go put too much for waiting, no concern that. They pray for double, he go enter. The minutes when he enter, we got for loud. Now we not there, family not there. God not there, Jesus not say, I'm in your name. Now we not there, body not there, family not there. So anybody with that, then we come down, so we look come back. This what we just saw, it too plenty with them haters. The one try killing my soul, but don't understand the young run. Nothing what that could fit to me, nothing what that could fit you stuttering my ginger. Anyhow, when they move me, no get out there, what's by my footage? For my life, cannot be your cannot you. When the blessings they come, they shall people like it for you. Father man, don't know my pain, not job, not on my pain. So tell me why you complain for my master, just talk and pass, Enemies can go die. Holy Ghost fire upon them scatter, scatter. So many people can be put to man for waiting no person now. Blessings I they pray for double, double. Go under. We make friends enter. We got all out. Carry no death.